Hey everybody, this is Dominique with Black Girl Reviews, and today I'm coming back with another review of Summer House Martha's Vineyard, episode 3, A House Divided. All right, let's get right into it. So it started off where we left off the last episode, where the guys were like in each other's face. Phil and Mari was in each other's face, and pretty much Amari was like, do something, do something, do something. And Phil was like, man, I'm out of here. Y'all soft. Y'all soft. And Amari was like, yeah, I thought so. He's talking about, oh, he was bullied when he was younger. I clocked that. I clocked that episode 1 that, he was a lame back in, his earlier days, and now he's trying to make up for it. Phil goes the other way, and everybody dispersed. The producers come out. They try to break up the fight. They break in the fourth wall. Everybody's standing around trying to figure out what's going on. The girls. Some of the girls are coming downstairs. They was already in their bed. They were like, "What's going on? What's happening?" And the guys, Nick, Amari, and Preston said, "Well, if he's staying, I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm done. I quit. I'm done." So they put Phil in timeout in the kitchen, well, living room area. They had like two different living rooms. So they put him in another area where the kitchen is at. And he sat over there. And Jordan comes down and she's like, "What's going on? I was upstairs. I don't even know what's going on." All I heard was yelling. They was like, "Well, talk to Nick. Talk to Nick." So she goes talk to Nick. She tries to get his side of the story. And she's sitting there and she was like, I really like Nick, and this is her confessional. I really like Nick. I never met him before, but we spoke over the phone one time, and I liked his energy. Okay, girl. So, so she tried to talk to him. She tried to reason with him, and he was just like, "Oh, they just going overboard." And she was like, "What's happening?" He was like, "I pooped in Nick's toilet." And she was like, "But why? Why did you poop in Nick's toilet?" He was like, "I thought it was my toilet, so I pooped in the toilet." And she was like, "But it wasn't yours. You didn't have a room yet, so you just got here. Like, then you just get here. You only been here like what, a day? Like, you haven't even been here today. Like, was you supposed to be here earlier?" And then he was trying to go around the conversation. He's like, "Man, whatever. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. This is all Bria's fault. Bria and Milo." And Jordan was like, "What Milo had to do with this? Leave Milo out this." And he was like, "Well, Milo got out earlier, and I had to chase him around the house. Mind you, he let Milo out. So he was like, 'Have you ever chased Milo before? I put $100 down that you ain't gonna be able to catch Milo.'" And she was just like, "What's happening here? Are we still talking about, like, is this what?" I know she was probably thinking, "Is this what they was arguing about? Milo, the poop, all that? Is that what they arguing about?" Okay, so while Jordan is sitting in front of Philip, trying to have Phil, I'm sorry, I don't even know his name is Philip, but Phil, I'm pretty sure. And she's in a bikini, mind you. It's late at night. Everybody else was getting ready for bed, so she went from the club, mind you, from the club. Didn't they have dinner? Club home. She changed into a bikini uh, 3 piece, like with the shorts, matching shorts, and a swimsuit. I guess she was going to get in the hot tub, but girl, everybody was about to go to bed. Honestly, unless they did say let's get in the hot tub. My bad. They did drive up before they started. They did say let's all jump in the hot tub. So, all right, girl, my bad. All right, so she's sitting in front of Phil in her bikini top, and he just staring at her. But he was like, "But you look cute though," and she was like, "Oh, gee, thanks." And he was like, "I'm trying to give you a compliment with your soldier." So what did you say? What you say? You a compliment with your sister soldier little fit on, and I don't think she liked that. She went ballistic. She went from, "You don't want to have a conversation. You're rude. You're rude." Like, "Oh my God." And he was just like, "What? What are you talking about?" Like, he responding back to her, and she's not liking what he's doing. So she's screaming, and everybody in the other room was like, "Is that Is that Jordan? Who's she screaming at? Phil? Phil again, another person that he's into it with. Oh my God. So they was just like, all right, we're gonna have a house meeting. We're gonna have a house meeting. So everybody would agree. It was like, yeah, let's have a house meeting. Let's have a house meeting right now. We need to discuss this. So they go downstairs to have a house meeting. Everybody in the house goes downstairs except Phil and Mariah. Mariah has no clue they're having a house meeting. I think Mariah went to her room in the other cottage and probably changed clothes out of her, club attire. And by the time she came back to the house after changing clothes, everybody blew up already and everybody went downstairs to have this house meeting. But she comes into the house not knowing that they were having this house meeting because Phil didn't know either. He was in timeout in the other room. So she's in there in the kitchen looking for something, probably making her a good old sandwich, and she's talking to him, none the wiser. She has no clue that they're having a house meeting downstairs. So go to the house meeting. The house meeting, they're sitting around talking about, okay, we need to make a vote. Like, we need to come together as a house to figure out if he stays or he leaves because I'm tired of the disrespect. So everybody votes pretty much, I think, except Bria, because Bria didn't even know what was going on. They woke her up out of her sleep. They made sure she was there though. Right. No, she came down. I think she came downstairs when she heard all the commotion. Everybody came downstairs. Come on, you can't sleep with all that noise. So they all voted for him to go home, and they said, okay, well, the person who invited him has to send him home and let him know he has to go home. Oh, Bria did not like that. Bria was like, what? I don't think that's fair, especially since we have Mariah still here. She put her hands on me. Girl, we discussed this in the other review. She did not put her hands on you. She put your stuff, and put it on your shoulder. Your shoulder did this. Like, let me move my book down. Your shoulder did this. Barely. I don't even think you stepped back in the push. I don't even think you did that. Your shoulder went like that. And the way that you was coming at her, I would have pushed you back too. You was, and don't forget when you threw that one little piece. We caught you on camera on 4K when you threw that one little piece at her and it hit her face after she pushed you. So just because it's a piece and it's not something actually touching you, you still threw something at her face and it touched her. As equally as painful as both of those are, which neither one of them was painful, because your little and that little boop on her forehead didn't affect neither one of y'all. That wasn't no fight. Look at Teresa when she's shaking the table and come back to me with that. All right. Okay, so Bria says she has an issue and Mariah needs to go home. Everybody comes back and thinks like, okay, well, we do need to make a rule about people putting their hands on people. No one should be putting their hands on anybody. So everybody decide, okay, well, let's make a rule. Then that's the house rule. Okay, so now that that's the house rule out of nowhere, let's vote to see if Mariah should stay or leave. And everybody voted for Mariah to leave. Of course. And it was like, okay, Jasmine, you're gonna have to tell her she has to leave. Y'all wanted her to go on the night y'all didn't pay attention to her at the moon mask. Y'all thought she was weird, and y'all didn't. That's y'all. She's not part of y'all Playboy Bunny clique. So y'all miss me with the BS. Like, and then Jasmine, that's your best friend. You faced homelessness with this lady, and you can't even take the second to be like, wait a minute, hold up. Well, let's bring Mariah down. Maybe since we made this rule just now, let's have a fresh start in going forward, because there was no rule against defending yourself in an argument. So now that it is a rule, we need to let Mariah know that that is a rule, and let's see how she takes it. Let's see how she reacts. If she doesn't care and she says, oh, okay, well, if somebody else put their doggy stuff in with my towel and I'm gonna push you, then we're gonna have to take the next step. But if she's not acting in that way, then why do we need to make another why do we need to put her out, pretty much? But Jasmine didn't do that. Okay, she just took it and was like, okay, well, I guess she has to go. I will let her know. Like, come on, Jasmine. So they leave the house meeting and everybody disperse. Bria goes straight upstairs to where Phil is and let him know, like, you have to leave tonight. Like, the house is not comfortable with you here. They felt like you were doing too much and you have to go. They voted for you to leave. And he took it kind of well, but you could tell he felt hurt. Like, he probably was thinking, like, dang, over pooping in the toilet. Y'all want me to leave? Y'all feel uncomfortable? But it's more than that. It's just your demeanor, your, like, you're not vibing. And that is obvious, but the whole situation with Mariah. So then Jasmine pulls Mariah to the side and tells her, the house doesn't feel comfortable with you here. You put your hands on someone. I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't see anything, but you put your hands on someone and they feel like that's not okay. And you should go home. You should go home. And of course, Mariah was sad. Like, she started crying. And I feel like if they would have brought her down to the meeting and told her that, everybody felt uncomfortable, everybody, AKA Bria and Jordan, two people, and they convinced everybody, all the guys. Of course, Jordan gonna have all the guy votes. If Jordan feel away, then something possibly can't. Got to be wrong with Mariah. So she cried. She said she's mourning her friendship with Jasmine, and she's realizing she pretty much don't have any friends in that house anyways. And I think it's best that she leaves because they didn't understand her, they didn't appreciate her, and they didn't show her, what I wish she was like. I wish I would be so nice to Mariah. I like Mariah. I like her vibe. I like her vibe more than any of those other girls. So I'm so sad that she's leaving. Hearts, Mariah. No hard feelings, but the fans love you. Okay. Meanwhile, while the other people are saying their hard goodbyes to their guests, the other people like Preston and Shanice is in the bathroom. Cause wait, was Shanice even there any of that time? Shanice was in the bathroom, and she comes out and she sees Preston. She's like, "Oh, is this you? Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was Amari. I want to f him, girl. And don't you want to f Nick, girl? You." So then she goes back into the bathroom and closes the door, and Amari knocks on the door, and she was like, "Who is it? I'm in the bathroom." And he was like, "Oh, it's just me, Amari. It's just me. I'll let you go. I'll let you have it." And she was like, "Come in." And he didn't hear it. He walked off. Well, he probably heard it, but he still walked off. So when he didn't come in, she opens the door with no t-shirt on and peeks out the doorway thinking that he was still standing there, and then walks to the room where he's at and was like, "Oh, don't worry, just titties. I just wanted to see, you need to use the restroom. Like, are you okay? You're good. You don't want to use the restroom right now? Oh, okay. Well, don't mind my titties. I'm just gonna go back into the restroom." And all the guys look. The both Preston and Mar was looking at each other like, "Now you know what she was trying to do. Yeah, you know it." They even looked at the camera and was like, "Shake if you nod if you saw all that." And they nodded and they was just like, "Oh my god, that's so crazy. Somebody's watching y'all." Yeah. And so Preston asked him like, "You don't want to, tap that or whatever?" And he was like, "No." He was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Cause I don't think it's a good look if I'm trying to go for Jordan and then I just jump from Jordan to her friend. That's not a good look." And he liked Jordan more. He put in more time trying to woo her more, pretty much. So the next morning, everybody wakes up. Amari heads to Mariah's room to give her a hug, and he consoles her. And I'm thinking, oh, that's so sweet, because like from what I'm seeing, he's the only one after the fact that you know she's been told to leave has came to consult her. Like, she's a human being. Like no one, not Preston, unless Preston did it without it being on camera, but I didn't see Preston go, give her a hug. And he knew, he out of everybody, he knew she was emotionally, feeling some type of way about that situation. And I feel like he could have stepped up, Mr. Activist. Why you didn't act? Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Mari consoled her, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss you." Whoa, 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 whoa. Then Jasmine comes in there with her fake, "Oh, hey, girl. Oh, yeah. Oh, I hope you have safe trips home. This is for the best. Let me know when you make it home." And Mariah was like, "Girl, it's all fake. Like, I came in here with friends, and now I'm leaving with pretty much none. Like, she's gonna reevaluate her friendships at this point." And she knew that even without looking at the footage, she knew that Jasmine didn't take up for her, and that hurt her even more. So Mariah leaves, and wait, is they saying she's leaving? Everyone ready for the? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, pause right here. After Mariah leaves, everyone is gathering in the kitchen. They're getting ready for field day. Field day, yay, field day. Such a cute vibe if I wasn't already just over it because Mariah's leaving and she had to leave for no reason. So all of the people, I think it's Shanice, Jasmine, Jordan, and Amari was gathered in the kitchen. And they were talking to Amari about something. And then Amari jokingly brings up the fact that, "Oh yeah, I'm the reason why, it was a fight over the dog stuff. I mistakenly put the dog stuff with whites. It was colored and I just pushed it with whites. That's just my toxic trait or toxic habit." I think that's what they were talking about, toxic habits, and that's what his toxic habit. He put his finger up. "Ooh, I did that." And everybody, all the girls was like, "You did? You did? Why you didn't say nothing?" And it was like, "Well, I tried to, but," and then they paused and they showed, him trying to intervene. And he in the corner over there to the side, around the corner, like this. That was you trying to intervene. You could have literally ran out there and said, "Hey, okay, calm down, y'all. It was really me. I put that in there. Get mad at me. Don't get mad at Bria. Let's all calm down. Like, it was an honest mistake, and I do apologize, and I won't do it again. Let's move forward, and let's go have fun, y'all. Let's just have fun. Let's have fun, y'all." Made a joke out of it, turned the whole vibes around, apologized, and moved on. But yet you, scary Mr. I want to fight Phil, but too scared to jump in and say that you made a mistake when she's clearly mad at this mistake. You over here. Like like I said, it took Jasmine from upstairs to come all the way downstairs to get in between them two and just be like, "Y'all, calm down. Calm down. Let's figure out what's going on." But the two guys, Preston, Nick, Amari, they all could have intervened anytime. It was just like, "Y'all, come on, y'all. Let's." I know they probably thinking, "Oh, we filming a TV show. It needs a little drama." But it does. But I just hate that. I mean, we are adults. Okay, so I'm just gonna calm down because it's really pissing me off that Mariah is gone. So they all laughing in the kitchen about the fact that Amari said he tried to intervene, but it's too far gone. It was too far gone, pretty much. And they thought it was so funny, like, "Ah, Jasmine, ah, Jordan, ah, Shanice, ah." And I that left a disgusting taste in my mouth. I was just like, I rewatched it. I had to go back and watch it again because I was taken aback. Honestly, I was really taken aback. I didn't like I didn't like that scene at all. Next, we have Alex. Alex is meditating. He's doing yoga. He's working on himself, while the other house guests are laughing that Mariah had to leave for something she could have been invented. And he's getting centered with with himself, and he gets dressed and they all meet up at the front door to go to their Uber to go to field day. And Shanice walks up to Alice and was like, "Oh, I can't wait to make you mad. I want to make you mad. I just want to see you mad." That's red flag. Ding, 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 ding. Like, girl, you are a walking red flag, honey. I want to see you mad. Who? Why you just didn't say good morning? Or if it was in the afternoon, good afternoon. How was your like? What you do this? What you do this morning? Like regular conversation, Shanice. Why you gotta be crazy? Like when somebody say I want to see you mad is somebody who's like not okay. Like I never want to see my partner mad. Okay, so when Shanice walked up to him and said that, he was like, "Whoa, personal space, back up, personal space. I don't want to repeat from last night." And she was like, "What do you mean personal space? What are you talking about? What do you mean?" Once she asked, "What do you mean about personal space?" He was like, "Last night, like you was doing the most, you kept on grabbing my arm." And she was just like, "Oh my God, like, are you scared of me?" No, he wants his personal space. You do not have to grab him when you talking. He over here got his rump elbows on the table, just trying to, lean with a rock. Girl, what are you doing? Trying to wrestle me to the ground? What are you doing? What's happening here? I don't like people touching me either. I don't like when people be like, "Hey, girl." I don't like none of that. I don't like when people hit you when they laugh or feel like they got to touch you every 5 seconds. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. So I'm right there with Nick, and they all get into the to their separate vans to head to field day. The guys got in one van, and the girls got in another. In the girl van, of course, Shanice is like, "Oh my God, can you believe what Nick said to me? What?" He was like, "Back up. I need my personal space." Like, are you kidding me? I'm not talking to him ever again in this house. Like, I will give him what he is asking for. I'm not talking to him. Okay, so you're gonna do what he already asked you to do, which is give him personal space. I think he wouldn't be mad at it. And then the guys in the other car, Amari said that he saw Shanice's boobs and explained that he ain't trying to go after Shanice. He's trying to stay the course with Jordan, and then they was getting on Nick about who he would date and all that. Blase blah. Then they get to the field day. This is pretty much where not much happened, so I'm gonna just kind of breeze through field day and get to like Shanice. So that they did the games, and then Shanice they hyping up Shanice. The girls are hyping up Shanice to go talk to Nick. They're like, "Girl, talk to Nick, smooth it over, smooth it over." So she goes up to Nick and tells Nick, "Okay, I took some time to understand what you were trying to say, and I get it. Like, what I will do is, I'm probably gonna just start like backing up from you and giving you your space. And I get it. Like, I'm not gonna do what I was doing before, and I'm just gonna give you your space." And Nick was like, "Okay." Nick did not care. So in the confessional, they asking Nick like, why you acting like that towards Shanice?" And he was like, "Well, when I was out for dinner the other night, I got an article saying that Shanice stalked her ex boyfriend," and they flashed the article on the screen. Insecure star breaks up with girlfriend, ex girlfriend, Shanice Jordan, and she stalks him pretty much. And he was like, "Nah, I can't." He's he's too peaceful for that. He's like, "Nah, I can't deal with that, honestly." So they asked Bria, "Do you believe it?" She said, "No." They asked Jasmine, "Did she believe it?" She was like, "No, it's all lies." And they asked Shanice, "Did she do it?" And she was like, "Well, I did some of it. I did call a lot. I did call a lot, but he answered. He answered. So did that count as stalking? Girl, he probably answered and said, please stop calling me, girl. Crazy? Are you crazy? Leave me alone. Why are you stalking me? Yes, he called. He answered because you are crazy. Just like I want. He probably went up to him and was like, "I want to see you mad. I want to see you mad." Why? And smiling like that's a good thing. You want to see somebody angry? You're weird. So then they leave field day to get ready for the night. They cooking inside tonight. Amari talking about how he like his steak juicy and grill Mars a little thick. Slap that A1 on there and rub it down to Jordan, and the girls looking like I don't know if they talking about food anymore. I think they talking about something else. Like so then they eat, have conversations. Then, the conversation went into relationship and who they would date and who they wouldn't date or whatever. And then someone asked Nick, oh, what's your type? And he was like, well, my preference is black women. But 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 currently I am dating someone in New York. With all that it sounds like yeah, your preference is black women, but yet you are dating someone that's probably not black. And that's why you but I am dating someone. Just say yes, there's your yes, I have a girlfriend. Why you had to say your preference is black? Nobody asked you if your preference is black. They just asked you if you got a girlfriend. Bria in her confessionals don't understand how he got a girlfriend when he was all in Jordan's DMs, all in Shanice DMs, and all in her DMs, and leaving fire emojis and stuff. Guys really feel like leaving fire emojis under somebody's picture is not flirting. Believe enough, it can be flirting. Like every time a girl posts a picture, you leaving fire emojis. Every single picture. That's either stalkish or flirting. And if the girl don't like you, it starts to feel stalkish. If she likes you, then y'all flirting. But guys, they just feel like, oh, I'm just complimenting her. I'm just telling her she looks great. My bad, y'all. I did skip a scene. I skipped the scene where after when all of them was still sitting in the living room slash dining room after eating, the conversation was, okay, what we doing in the next few nights? Maybe tomorrow night since they didn't go out that night, or this weekend, one or the other, or maybe it was tomorrow night. Tomorrow night it can be girls and girls go somewhere else and boys go somewhere else. And Jazz was like, "Oh yes, we can go somewhere else, and I'm gonna get free drinks." And Silas was like, "Excuse me, free drinks?" She was like, and then Jordan was like, "Yeah, what's wrong with free drinks?" And he was like, well, the thing is, if you accept free drinks from a man, he could take that as an invitation." And it was like, "For free drinks? No, it don't. No, it don't. That's crazy." And Shanice is like, Shanice was making faces the whole time. So Silas was like, "No free drinks, no free drinks." And she was like, "What's the problem with free drinks? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's not that serious. No free drinks. You can buy your own drinks. You can buy your own drinks. That's Silas." And Jasmine was like, "Yeah, but it's better when somebody else buys it." And he was like, "You can buy your own drink." And it left everybody like really uncomfortable. They was just like, yikes. So Jasmine was like, I just think you guys are just intimidated by the girls going out by themselves. And Silas in his confessionals was like, I met her during the pandemic and we married right away. So when we got married, it was just me and her. And I haven't had a chance to get to know her around her friends. And now I'm seeing her with her friends and it's completely different. And I feel like when you're getting married to someone, you need to see them in all aspects of their lives. Like, how do they act around their friends? How do they act, around their parents, around their grandparents or at their job. Maybe not at their job, but not at their job. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. You gotta feel them out around other folks. Like you can't bring them around your friends so they can see how they react to your friends. So, you know, I understand. I get what he's saying, and I feel like he is being very overprotective. I don't know if this is just for the show or if that's who he is. So, and another thing I missed, you guys. This is so important because I might have said this in my other video. I'm gonna have to re-listen to it, but I did say we don't know if they still. I said I don't know if the Playboy Club is still a thing, or if they, if they wasn't working there no more or whatever. And on that scene, they pretty much were saying, "Oh yeah, you don't know Jasmine with her friends. This is Shanice and Jordan. You don't know Jasmine with her friends. She came to work drunk one time." What? He was like, Silas was like, "Excuse me? I ain't never heard this story before." And they was like, "Yeah, she was drunk." And then they got deeper into the story in their confessionals. Jasmine said her, Jordan, and Shanice went out one night, and then they just went from one club to the next club to the next party, and ended up going to work the next day. The same, well, they partied till the next day, till when they had to go to work, and they went to work drunk. And Shanice said, not Shanice, Jasmine said that she pulled herself together in time enough, but Shanice didn't. Shanice said they both didn't pull themselves together in time enough, and they both got fired that day. I wonder why Jasmine leaving out the firing part. Okay, it is one more thing I forgot about what Bria said about Nick being in their DMs. Shanice said in her confessionals, Nick said he wanted to marry Shanice. Shanice said ha 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 back. And then he said, "Don't laugh." And she said, "Oh, sorry. I just, think it's funny because we haven't met yet." And he said, "We will meet soon." But he has a girlfriend. Shanice is confused. She was like, "You was just in my phone texting me, talking about you want to marry me." Even though she don't want to marry him, it's just the thought that, bro, you really be doing the most. Like you not just doing the liking photos and sending fire emojis to their stories. You actively pursuing these people, and then got a nerve to say that, "Oh, she don't look like her Instagram." Do you see your hairline, sir? I'm sorry. All right, you guys, that is all. I'm so sorry at the end that everything kind of got jumbled up. It really wasn't much going on this episode besides Mariah and Phil being sent home. And that really bothered me. I think my energy on this review kind of went down after that situation too, because it brought back the emotions that I had when I first watched it. And I was just so irritated. Like, how y'all take it? Like, how y'all gonna do this to this lady? Like, she did nothing to nobody besides the whole little shove, and now y'all saying she got to leave. And Bria then wanted her gone because she was mad that she had the nerve to come to the club and not say anything to her. So she was plotting since the club the following night. Plotting. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I'm Dominique with Black Girl Reviews, and please like, subscribe, and comment on my video. Tell me what you thought about these people. How do you feel about Mariah being sent home? Because I do not like that. If you feel the same way about Mariah being sent home, tell me below. And if you don't, you feel like she deserved to be sent home for this little, let me know below too. I want to hear it because maybe I'm like 50-50 in the issue, but I'm more of like, y'all could have just gave her one more chance. She wasn't as bad as Phil. Come on now. Y'all didn't even try to talk to her. They at least tried to talk to Phil. They put him in timeout to talk to him. The only reason why they decided to actually do a house vote is when Jordan got upset. If he would have calmed down and let everybody calm down and kind of go off and disperse into their rooms, he would have made it through the night. but it's the fact that he made Jordan upset, so then he had to go. And I don't like that. I don't like, oh, well, so we getting my friend out, I'm gonna get your friend out. I don't like that. So tell me down below how y'all feel. I like this show. I'm gonna give this episode a. I'm gonna start doing A, B, C, D, and F ratings on my shows that I'm reviewing. So, I can do A plus, B plus, or B minus, or whatever. So with this episode, I'm gonna give it a B minus. I'm gonna give it a B minus because it still passed. It's not an A. I'm gonna give it a B minus because they sent my girl Mariah home. But I wasn't disappointed. The whole stalking thing, the whole Nick thing, the whole Alex thing. So I'm gonna give me my personal space. That brought it to the minus because it would have been a C if all that stuff didn't happen. But I was very entertained. I still love the show. Please get this video some likes and some love and watch Summer House, you guys. I have some friends that said they're starting to watch Summer House because I'm doing these reviews, and I'm so happy because I want them to have some good views. Like even though it's bringing out emotion, it should, because that's what good TV shows should do anyway. So, all right, I'm rambling. I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Oh, wait. I want to say thank you guys for watching my short videos. I got my first 1,000 views, and I'm just going to keep growing, y'all. I have 30 subscribers, and I'm so excited for everybody that subscribes to me, and I can't wait. I know y'all going to watch my growth, and I can't wait, honestly. I want 1 to 50 and then 50 to 100, all right? Bye.